Hey, that ain't Mike could do it better. I ain't tripping off all that shit.
What's up, man? What's going on with you there, Cali?
What's going on?
What's going on? Hey, man, what you go by, man? 'Cause, you know, I can't pronounce it too well. What you go by?
My name is OGVintage.
Hey, so where you get that name from?
Well, really, like, my OGs, you know, like, I feel like I'm an original gangster. Like, person get money. That's what my OGs told me, like, gangsters get money, you know what I'm saying? And then vintage is, like, my style and everything about me. I feel like I'm vintage.
So when you say your OGs, you know, a lot of people call their mothers and the people that, the females in their life that was positive, that was role model OGs.
He's in my set. I
So-
get it from them.
So where you from?
I was born in Savannah, Georgia. And I grew up in Atlanta a lot too, but I stayed in Oakland, California as well.
So you, for the most part, you moved around a lot, got a lot of different flavor from a lot of different places.
Yes.
Cool. So what did you really learn to, when did you learn how to be a man at?
Shit, really a bit of both, the West Coast and the East Coast. Like my uncle and my dad taught me a lot about how to be a man.
So what's your relationship like with your uncle and your dad?
Well, my uncle Pete passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he taught me a lot about like the gang life and then like streets, and then my dad taught me a lot about manhood, how to take care of your family.
Cool. So are you a gang member?
Yeah, I'm rolling 60 Crip.
Yeah, you don't really. I like your style. You really don't come off as like a.
Yeah, I don't like to be a stereotype as much as crazy that sounds because I'm a gang member. But I'm not like your average gang member, you feel me? Like I'm not out here robbing people and shit like that. I just get money, take care of my family, my homies.
So how old are you?
24.
24. You got any kids?
Yeah, I got a 1-year-old and I have another child on the way in September. So I have 2 little girls.
Okay, so being the father of 2 little girls, what is your biggest motivation?
Just to make sure that I can always provide for them and that they can have a great life and never have to ask or want for anything.
So what made you want to start doing music?
Really, my passion is clothing because I want to be a clothing designer. I have my own clothing brand. And you know, sometimes you have to go a different route to get to where you want to go. And I've always been around music. I know a lot of artists and a lot of my homies rap, so I just decided to get into it. I only been rapping for about 6 months, and just turns out I'm good at it.
Cool. That's what's up. So you only been rapping for 6 months. So what's the process been like for you?
At first couple of months was just like finding my sound, because I didn't know how to really like how I wanted to come at it. Because I'm not really, I mean, I like trap music, but I don't make trap music. I'm not really into stuff like that, like to make it. But I can make a few good songs every now and then, you know, to get the hood jumping. But I more or less make like inspirational music type shit.
Like you like on the singing side of it, the singing, rapping side of it. Because I heard a few snippets of your music, and it sound like you really.
I wouldn't say singing, more like harmonizing. Yeah, like I do a lot of harmonizing with rapping and singing a little bit, because I'm not like no Chris Brown, nothing like that, but I can do it a little bit.
So within these 6 months you've been doing music, what kind of progression have you made so far?
Well, a lot of like photographers and other artists have reached out to me. I'm just now doing features. At one point I wasn't trying to, so I was just trying to find my sound. But now, you know, I'm starting to get a little buzz. People starting to realize who I am and stuff like that.
You seem like a pretty laid back guy.
Yeah, now I am.
Yeah.
I ain't always been laid back, but now I try to be for my kids.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about your story though. I don't want to do too much talking. Tell us about you.
Well, I was born in Savannah, Georgia. A lot of my family stay out there. And I moved to Atlanta probably at like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years old, I think. And then I stayed out here, and I went back and forth from Atlanta to California. And growing up, I got into a lot of trouble. You know, I wouldn't say I was a bad child, but I did a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have done. I've been locked up. But as I got older, I just realized what was important. I didn't want to throw away my life to system and stuff like that, especially losing my uncle. I like seeing a lot of my homies get locked up or shot and killed. I decided to change my life for the better.
So What made you like? Yeah, you just basically just told me though, but I want you to go a little bit more in depth about it. So, what made you really, really? What happened? Give me three situations that happened in your life that made you really want to turn the other cheek and start doing things the right way and the positive way, getting yourself out of the street life.
Um, One, seeing my uncle pass away, because me and him was really close, and he died in the street. So seeing that happen, I didn't want to be in the streets anymore. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out and stuff like that. Two, I think when I had my daughter, it was like a lot of rough stuff going on in my life at that point. It was like I was at a downpour, and I really just wanted to switch up everything that was going on in my life. So I started looking at different avenues because I didn't want to get locked up and then not be able to take care of my child or be in my child's life. And then three, just seeing so many people who's my age or younger blowing up, and like knowing the type of person that I am, knowing that I'm not an average person, and knowing that I have a gift, I was like, it's time for me to stop sitting on my behind, get up and do something. So that's how I got to music.
Cool. I see you have Tupac on your shirt. How did he influence you?
Well, I wear a lot of Tupac shirts. Tupac and Malcolm X is like my biggest like motivators. Malcolm X on the side of like, he stood up for what he believed in, and you know, he said what he wanted even if it made you uncomfortable. And then Tupac, because he had such a free spirit and so many people looked up to him, and like he changed the whole culture of the rap. And I feel like with my gift, I can change the whole culture of like how people view things with young black youth in America and stuff like that.
So, how do you feel like you could bring the black community together?
Just, you know, like, I've been at low points in my life too, so I know what it's like, you know, as far as like doing drugs, selling drugs, or gang banging, you know, going to jail, stuff like that. And like, we don't always have to take the street route to get to where we want to go. And I feel like, even though I'm in the music industry, I feel like a lot of rap, they try to promote like, you know, use of drugs and like, or like, you gotta sell dope to be, you know, to be rich. Or you gotta do this and that to be rich, and you ain't gotta do that. Like me, I don't wear jewelry anymore. I used to wear a lot of chains and watches and stuff like that, but I don't do any of that stuff anymore. Cause like, if you in a room full of rich people, you notice none of them have on any chains or any watches. The richest men don't even wear jewelry. So, you know, I just looked at it from a different perspective. But like a lot of my homies wear chains and watches, so I don't knock them for it. Like everybody's their own person. Like, no, I like it. It looks good, but as far as wearing it, I don't wear stuff like that anymore. I try to set myself apart, be different.
So how take me through a process of music making. Like when you go to the studio, what are some things you may need in the studio so you can get really locked in and be able to come up with a good song?
Well, first I had to smoke to get myself in the mood, and then like I guess just how the beat goes, how like I can come up with a hook for a song just like that. It's just I have to get the vibe for it, feel for it, and it depends on what I'm feeling like that day, what type of mood I'm in. It depends on what type of song I can make, or how I'm feeling, or whatever's on my mind.
So how often are you in the studio working on your craft?
I just recently started going every week. At one point, I was probably going like once every 3-4 weeks maybe. I fell off a little bit at one point, but now like I'm back at it. These past 2 months, I've been going hard with it.
Cool. So let's say a year from now, 2 years from now, where you see yourself musically?
A year from now, I see myself in mainstream. I always told myself that I'm $500,000 before I'm 25. And I'm 24, so I got 6 more months to prove that to myself. And but that's something I really believe that I can do. I have all the talents and all the right people, networking wise, to achieve that.
Cool. So I want to go back to the relationship with you and your father though. Y'all still in contact with each other now?
Yeah, me and my dad
cool. What is he? Do your family support your music career?
Well, yeah, I mean, my family does. My parents, you know, they more so like grew up in church. So, I mean, they're not knocking it. They just like, you know, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know. It's just like, you know, that's you. You're doing your thing. It's not like that, though.
Cool. So you said your family members, your mom and daddy, and your family, y'all grew up in the church for the most part, right?
Well, my parents did.
Yeah. So and your dad is a gang member, right?
No.
He's not. Your uncle. Your uncle is.
Was, yeah.
So with all that being said, and you're growing up, like, so did you grow up in the church as well?
I went to the church as a kid.
As a kid, so when you got older, you kind of stayed away from that.
Yeah, but not because I wanted to. Just like being around, like in the streets and stuff. You just like I don't want to go to church and stuff like that. But I don't knock church or nothing like that. Like, I believe in God. I support the Bible and all stuff like that. Just me personally, I just don't go to church like that.
So what sucked you into the street life though, for real? Because it's a decision to make. What really just
I guess it's being around. I guess it's like being around people that's in the street. You're a product of your environment. So you are who you hang around.
Cool. Tell me about one of your lowest points being in the streets. Your lowest and your highest points. Give me the good and the bad.
My lowest would probably be getting locked up. And that was pretty rough, and I had to get back on my feet. And what was the second part you said?
What's the highest point?
The highest point, like as far as street life?
Yeah.
Keeping all my young niggas out of jail. So keeping them on the right path. I never tell one of my young niggas to go do something that I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Cool. So why did you go to jail? How long were you in jail?
For a few days. The reason why I'd rather not say though.
Okay, so you was in jail for a few days. So how did that make you feel though? Cause I've been there before too. So I'm saying, like, being in jail for a few days.
Just thinking about like what I could do differently, or how my family probably feels about the situation, or what I'm gonna do to get out this situation, and how different my life would be.
So losing, let's take me back to losing your uncle. What was you doing? Take me back to that day. Like, what you was doing leading up to find out that your uncle was dead? Somebody that you really looked up to.
I was just with my homies, and I got a call from my aunt, and she told me that he was shot and killed. And he was like one of the big homies, like another dad to me. So it felt like I lost a piece of me, but at the same time, I feel like a piece of him was still in me, because him and my dad helped mold me to the person I am today. So that's why I don't tolerate disrespect. I respect everybody, but I don't tolerate disrespect either. I learned that from him.
Cool. So dealing with this music industry, you might have a white man or somebody in the label not like disrespect you, like violent, or like try to come at you, but say something disrespectful. How would you handle that? In a respectful way. Yeah,
but most of the time, at the point that I am now, I really don't pay people much attention. Unless you like physically harming me or my family, I really could care less what you gotta say. Unless it's just like ultimate disrespect, like something that just can't fly, then I'll handle it. I have to handle a little bit.
Cool. So let's get back to your music. Hey, where you get your style from? What were some influences?
A lot of my influence actually came from like a lot of movies that I seen in the 90s, like Juice, or either Menace to Society, stuff like that. Like, I dress like 90s, like early 90s California, Ice Cube, and a lot of them influenced my style.
Cool. So you say you rolled the 60s, you're a Crip member, am I right?
Yeah.
When you see these other young guys that just wear it for fashion, like, how could you tell when you could see a real Crip and when you could see a fake Crip? How could you tell that? By not even walking up to them and asking them a certain type of question, like is it like a vibe you can catch?
Yeah, that and his knowledge about his set and about what he banging, because like these days a lot of people just in gangs, just say they're in gangs, but they're not really in a gang. Like, their big homie might be like 23, 22, you know what I'm saying? And he was a lame in high school, and now he out of high school, so he got a gun. And now he hard,
Yeah.
Like a lot of people fake gang banging around here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't fake gang bang. I do it for real, but I'm not like, I don't beef with anyone, because I got like a lot of blood homies, a lot of GD homies, so there's never any pressure about that. Like, we all the same at the end of the day. We just rep a different set.
Cool. So do you talk about like your gang in your music, like your being the Crip? You talk about it in your music, or you just kind of like?
I mean, I give him shout outs. You know, like I'm rolling 60 Crip and stuff like that. But like I said, I don't really make hood music, so you don't hear it too much. But I mean, you hear it. It's in there. I still put pieces of it in there. You know.
So do you got like a Kendrick Lamar vibe? 'Cause that's what kind of vibe I'm sensing. Like,
Is Kendrick Lamar vibe as far as rapping?
Everything really, like, you know, Kendrick Lamar got brothers that's in blood though, but you know he probably be a blood. I don't know, but do you move like Kendrick? Like, what are some artists like you can see yourself working with?
Well,
Mainstream.
my biggest influence is Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
I always love Kanye West, but not really more so of his music, just how his personality.
So do you
like
suffer from mental
style.
health? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Nah.
You don't suffer from mental health, right?
I mean, I'm bipolar, but not like how he is.
Yeah.
He crazy.
You like
but-
Trump?
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you said Kanye
Nah, I
was your guy,
support
so.
Trump. Like, I mean, that's him as far as that goes. I don't know their relationship.
But your
But
music.
like, as far as like clothing and stuff like that, that's what really got me into like the fashion world because of Kanye West and his whole movement. And then like musically, I always been a big fan, but like Drake influenced me a lot too. Nipsey Hussle, YG, and Big Sean, and of course Tupac. Those are my biggest influence.
Yeah. So you playing your people back in Cali could hear some of your music.
Yeah.
So like coming from gangland, you know what I'm saying, and you not talking about killing and shooting. Like, how do people respond to that? Like, people that really know you and then hear your music, like, how do they take to that changeover?
Well, I mean, everybody knows how I am. Like, people know. Some people know what I did. Some people don't. Like, people know my past, but I've never been the type of person to broadcast that. Like, if you look on any of my social media, you don't see me with no flag on. You don't see me taking pictures with guns.
Yeah.
But people who know me know I got guns. They know I got my flag. But I don't really try to portray that image because they can use that against you, and I don't want anybody to use that against me.
Yeah.
So, and I just like to look apart from everybody else.
Yeah. Like to separate yourself from everybody else. I feel it. So what are some mainstream artists you can see yourself working with in the future?
Probably like Nipsey Hussle or YG, Big Sean, 2 Chainz, and Drake, if that's possible, or Lil Baby.
Lil Baby. That's cool. What kind of song you think you and Lil Baby probably can make?
Anything really. I can make any type of song, like as far as like hood or inspirational or anything.
So would you like to say you got lyrics? Are you a lyricist, or you just make songs? You just know how to make
I'm a
songs?
lyricist, but I also like to make. Like, I feel like music is like a form of art. So like, I take music like art. So I like to make like something that can like inspire people. Like my first song I made was called Moment, and like basically I was talking about this is my moment. Like as far as me broadcasting myself to the world as an artist. And then I got another song coming out called Purple Heart, and it's basically like me talking about my pain, talking about taking care of my family and stuff like that. So I like to make music like that to inspire people, keep people motivated.
Alright, cool man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up today, man. It was good having you come out, man. And, anything you wanna say before we leave?
I'm at TST Studios, and shout out to all my homies. Shout out to Dre, Crip, my nigga Zay, gonna be here today. And my name is OGVintage, and you all will be hearing from me soon.
Alright, and we Rich and Fake TV, we out.